consumer health. No, so recently we have introduced few products in nutraceutical segments also. So we are a complete spectrum from this end to other end. So we have everything. We have pharma, biopharma, we have nutraceuticals, OTCs, medical equipment, medical devices. No, so we are into everything. So that's why the Pharma Niaga is one of the biggest company in Malaysia. You know, so we have a product. So as I told, so we have around 300 and more than 300 product registered, but all these products are halal certified because halal is one of the major requirement in Malaysia. So all these products are halal certified. But you name any therapeutic segment, either anti-diabetic, analgesic, antihistaminic, oncology products, we are there everywhere. We are there in each and every segment. No, but for last couple of years, we have been focusing more on expanding our footprints in many other segments, no, and especially in international markets. So our senior management is now focused that no, we are fundamentally strong in Malaysia, but let's expand our footprints in many international countries. So we are focusing on this, and in next 5 years is going to be a very fascinating year for us, where we are going to register a lot of products in many international countries. No, biopharmaceuticals is a new chapter where we have started couple of years back, but I think we are growing significantly in biopharma. So in coming days, no, if someone is visiting Malaysia, you can see, you know, Pharma Niaga is one of the biggest biopharmaceutical company in Malaysia. No? So that's the way, that's the vision and the mission we have in coming years. So we have a R&D where I am based. See, I am based at the research center, the R&D. So we have one well-equipped, well-established R&D where we develop a lot of products for this manufacturing, and we support all the manufacturing facilities. So in R&D, we have all the intellectual property department where we look into the patents and find out what kind of drugs to be, or what kind of molecules, or what kind of so generic products we need to develop. We have our formulation development, very strong team, analytical development. We have all this pharmacovigilance, no, which looks after the phase 4 sort of studies, which look after the safety of the drug after the product has been launched in the market. We have a very strong regulatory team, a very strong regulatory team who are well versed with filing a product in Malaysia. Now they have also equipped with all the tools and equipments to file their product in many international countries. So a very well versatile and well established the regulatory affairs team we have. No? And we have the clinical affairs, because since we are into the biopharmaceuticals, so we have to do a lot of clinical studies, no, a lot of clinical studies, a lot of animal studies. So we have recently established this department also. So clinical affairs. So all together, I think we are 125 people in the R&D, no, which develops the product right from in scratch, and we deliver this product to the site, and site the makes, we file a dossier, we submit a dossier to the regulators. Once this dossier get approved, we commercialize the product in the market. No, so it's a whole gambit, it's a whole spectrum of of the product development till we launch the product in the market. No, so we have Pharma Niaga, so it's a very technical expertise team. So we have more than 300 scientists, 300 technical team. We have been a very highly talented senior management, and we have been into the biopharma. So biopharma is like one of the big things which we are going to do in next few years. So biopharma, so we have already established the vaccine manufacturing facility. So we have already taken the Sinovac COVID vaccine, and we have supplied to the government, I think couple of years back when the pandemic was on the peak. So we have supplied almost 22 million doses to the government so that the Malaysians can be inoculated with the COVID vaccines. No? So we have already started our journey in biopharma. So it's a big vision, big mission to establish a well recognized biopharmaceutical company in Malaysia. No? And we have the products. We are developing almost every kind of products in biopharma. So we have a good manufacturing capabilities. Like as I told, so we have around 7 manufacturing facilities, 6 in Malaysia, 1 in Indonesia. So we have around a good capacity to produce all solid oral, liquid orals, creams, no, so vials, injectables, ampules, and some of these facilities are even the European agencies approved, like US certified. So it is not US FDA, but these are some of the facilities are no EU GMP certified. No, so it is been recognized by the European. And though we are the parts of PICS, so Malaysia is the member of the PIC country. So all our facility has also been so recognized and approved by the PICS authority. No, so these kind of standards we need to maintain. No, so that we can manufacture the drug and we can sell this product in the market. No, so coming to the logistic and distribution, so I think we are covering almost every health facilities. We are covering all the major health facilities. No, so we have a distribution and we have this distribution channels in almost 140 government hospitals. Means we warehouse the drug and we supply these drugs to almost 140 government hospitals. No, so 1500 health centers, private hospitals, private clinics, pharmacies. So we have a very good network, so and which we covers from one spectrum to another end of the all Malaysia. So we have a huge, what do you call warehouses across Malaysia. So there are five in numbers in Malaysia and 33 in Indonesia. No, so we have like a huge capacity of 45,000 pellets, so more than 45,000 pellets. So huge capacities of warehouses where we store the drug and we distribute the drug to the government centers or the private clinics or private hospital as and when need arises or as and when we get an request. So we are into this, and this is one of the major and the core business of Pharma Niaga, where we generate a lot of revenues through the distribution business. No, so as I told, so Pharma Niaga also has presence outside Malaysia. So we have we have a presence in Brunei, Singapore, and this, but we are exploring a lot of other territory, a lot of new territories we are exploring. So recently we are going to file a product in Europe, and then we are also looking to file in Gulf and this. So Gulf, few products we have already filed. It is in the approval stage. So once we get an approved, we will commercialize these products. But we are keep on exploring, and our next vision is to expand significantly in the international arena, in a lot of areas outside Malaysia. No, because since we are a national company, because it's one of the biggest companies, so we support the government, we support a lot of universities. No, we have a lot of collaborations with the universities and academics also, in respect in many ways. Like we keep on automizing our logistic activities. No, so we need some technology, some new innovations. So we are always in look for that new things from universities. So also we are collaborating with a lot of product development with many local universities in Malaysia, either in the product development, either for the talent acquisition, either for the bioequivalence studies. No, so we have, or for the pharmaceuticals, we need to do a lot of animal studies, the clinical clinical studies. So we are in constant touch, or in constant looking to have some or other collaborations with the academic universities, which helps in both ways, which helps us also, and at the same time they also get benefited by the learning and the skills what we develop in the pharmaceutical industries. So that's a very brief about Pharma Niaga. So what all Pharma Niaga, but let me come into the different topic, like this is an international generic market. So here I will just give you a flavor, a glimpse that what the international market looks like, and what are some of the opportunities and some of the challenges that we have once we want to enter our product, or once we want to do the business in some of the regulated countries like US, Europe, and Japan. So I think so when we look at internationally, for the ease of business, or for the ease of our understanding, divided this region into basically 5 segments. So when you go to any pharmaceutical companies, generally they will talk about these 5 regions or these 5 companies. So we have North America comprising US, Canada, we have South America, we have Asia Pacific region, then we have Middle East and Africa and Latin America. So these are broadly the 5 reasons, and this is all for convenience. We are considering this 5 reason only for the ease of business, only for the understanding, ease of understanding, and the ease of doing business over there. And moreover, the regulatory requirements in all these regions are more or less the same. So that's why it's easy for us to distribute or to segregate most of the countries with this kind of reasons. Now, apart from this, you may also hear a lot of this ROI, rest of world, so emerging markets and this. So some small countries whose regulatory aspects are not very strong, they have been put into the ROW or rest of world or emerging markets. But look at the global pharmaceutical business. So global pharmaceutical business is some around 1200 billion in 2020. So 2025 we are expecting to be around 1700 billion, and by 2025 to 30, so somewhere it will reach around 2200 billion. So almost 2000 billion is the whole pharmaceutical business in the world. This is all in USD. So 2200 USD billion business in the world. So this includes all the innovator drug, and the generic versions of that innovator drug. So this I'm talking about the complete pharmaceutical business. So somewhere around 2000 billion USD is the total business. So out of that, around 400 billion is the generic business, which is expected to grow significantly in coming days, and it will reach somewhere around 800 billion or 780 to 800 billion by 2030. So a good business opportunities in the generic in coming days. But what is more important is that the business in US. You see the business in US, almost 46% of the revenue has been generated in the US alone, or in the North America region, US and Canada alone. So in the North America region, the maximum revenue coming from this region of North America and Canada. So that's why you see any pharmaceutical company. So that's why they are always interested in this region, North America, because here the maximum revenue or the maximum chunk of money is going to generate from these regions. So almost 46-48% of your revenue, of your money comes from this region. So that is one of the striking feature of North America. See, that's why many companies, every company, not many, almost every company who are into the generic space, they want to enter into the North America segment. But it has got its own challenges, which I'm going to discuss later. So own challenges, and what you have an opportunity, but at the same time, you have a lot of challenges when you want to enter into North America. So you have other reasons like Asia Pacific and this. So Asia Pacific, I think, is one of the fastest growing region. It is US or North America is the highest revenue generating, but at the same time, Asia Pacific is the highest or the fastest growing segment of the market in the world. So basically, I will focus on these two: the North America and the South Asian regions, where one is the highest revenue generation, other one is the fastest growing segment. So when we look at the volume and the value, so generally we have a debate, if America is generating a lot of money, a lot of revenue, might be the volume might be more, but no, it's not the volume, it's the price of the drug which is quite high in the US and the Canada. See, that's why you get a lot of revenues from there. When you look at the volume wise, the South Asian countries, the volume is more, like even including India, Japan, China, Russia. So these, they have a higher volume, but probably because of the forex rate, because of the revenue generated is less compared to the North America. North America, the volume is less, but in spite of that, the revenue is quite high in US. So this was always a debate in a generic industry. No, the volume should give you the better revenue. Okay, the volume may give you better revenue, but not at that at that revenue what we are getting in US and Canada. So that's also, these are some of the big companies. These are some of the big multinational, what do you call, an innovator company, an innovation company, where the Roche, Novartis, ABB, Johnson Johnson. I think all of you might have heard about all these companies. Roche, these are very famous companies, and these are among the top 10 global companies. But these are the NC's companies, innovator companies. They discover the new molecule, they discover the new drug, and they come up in the market. So they have a way, they have their own way of doing the things. It's completely different from the generic industries. So generic industries and NC industries. So these are NC industries which generates a lot of revenue, of course. We generate a lot of revenue. But the important aspects of all this industry is that they spend a lot of money in their R&D. You see, around 11% of the expenditures has been spent into the R&D. So all these companies, they have to spend a lot in their R&D, because then only they are going to develop and come up with the new NCs or new chemical entities. So that's why, see, they generate a lot of revenue, but at the same time they're investing a lot of money in R&D to come up with the new drug. So these are some of the, so as I told, but it's not that there is no scope for generic medicine. See, innovators, they have their own league. So innovator, they have their branded drug, they have some patent protection. Because of the patent protection, they can sell in the market. Non-competitive means they don't have any competition till certain period, till they patent. So that's why they generate a lot of money, but they have invested a lot of money in discovering that drug, in researching and getting their product approved. So this, but generic is a different ball game altogether. So generic medicine is a different. When the patent expires, so a lot of other generic companies can enter into the market, but they don't have to develop so extregenously at what NC companies develop. They have to do some formulation activity, some bioequivalence stability. They file and they get an approval. So not much, expenditure involved in the development of the generic medicines, but there are a lot of scope. There are a lot of scope in generic business also, and that's why you see many companies in India, they are into the generic space, because developing a new chemical, completely new chemical, is a very, very expensive affair. It costs you around 2 billion USD, 2 to 3 billion USD to come out with a single new chemical, new molecule, innovation drug. But for generic, it doesn't cost much. So that's why you have a lot of opportunity, for a generic medicine across globe. But as I told, US is the largest market, and Asia Pacific is the fastest growing market in the world today. So that's why you see many Indian companies. You see the list of generic companies. These are the 20 big generic companies of the world. The Sandoz, Teva, Beatrice. I don't know how many of you might have heard about all these companies, but here you will find a lot of Indian companies in this space. You find Sun, Cipla, Lupin, Dr. Reddy's, Arvindo. So these are all of the big giants, big Indian generic companies who has got a good presence in the US market. So most of the revenue, so all these companies, you say around 70% of the revenue is coming by selling their product in US, in US and Canada. So that's why they have grown big, and all these companies, they are doing extremely well in North America region, in US region, apart from doing business in other countries. So you say around 70% comes from revenue, 30% comes from 30% of their revenue comes from a different market. You look about Sun now today, they have around No, they are doing business in around 170, 180 countries. No, so 180 countries. So they have established their business. The DRL have got their business in more than 100 countries. No, so they are big. They are big giants. No, as far as India is concerned. No, because India is very good in the generic API, active, and plus in the formulations. No, all these companies, they have their own active ingredient manufacturing facility. So they have both the active plus they turn out the active into a finished product, a formulation, and then they register and sell in the US by bringing in the same quality as per the innovator companies. No? So okay, so these are about the companies, but no, let us understand what are the US generics. So as I told, US, you have a lot of opportunities. Around 46% of the revenue is being generated by a US business. No? But is it so easy to do a business in US? See, that's the question. And that's I told every generic company, they want to do a business in US because it's so lucrative. No, it's so lucrative and it offers a lot of other opportunities because since the generic business is streamlined, so US FDA has streamlined the documentation, the approval process. It's very transparent and a very streamlined and a very systematic and structured way. So most of the things are very clear, no, very transparent. Written documents, you know what to do next. Plus, one of the major opportunities in US is that you get an exclusivity. No, if you have a para 4 application, like if you have a new innovation or if you have challenged the patents, any patents, or you entering into the litigation, and if you have won the litigation, see, then you have have a para 4 like para 4 exclusivity, which is 180 days exclusivity. So only you and the innovator will be there in the market for 180 days. So you get that exclusivity because you have brought some innovation, you have challenged the patent, and you have entered into the litigation. So you get that exclusivity. So that's why it offers a good opportunity for any companies. No, it has a 505 B2 application. Like you can change something. You do some bridged clinical studies, and then you can file your product, and you can get an approval with a different strength, with a different dosage form, with a different this. So they have what I mean to say, they give a price for your innovation. You do the innovation, come out with something new, and they have a value for your innovation in US. So that's why it offers a great opportunity to do a business or bring your generic product in the US. But at the same time, see, it's not easy to do because everyone wants to enter into a generic space in US. So the competition is very fierce. The competition is very tough in US. No? The price war is so great in US. It's very difficult to compete with one another. No? And because everyone has got an approval. So most of the companies, they got approval. Now it's only come to the price. So the companies which can offer a better price, they can survive in the US. So what I mean to say, a lot of competition with respect to price in US. Even if your product got approved, but it's difficult to sell in the US unless your price is too competitive in the market. No? So since the price is competitive, the profit margin decreases. The profit you make in a generic product in US is decreases. So that's why you see you have a good volume. Probably you may have a good volume in US, but the profit margin may be less. And this is the challenge where most companies are facing these days. No? In US, the profit margin is decreasing day by day because of these fierce competitions. No? But another major challenge is that your stringent audit and compliance systems or the requirements. So that's why you hear most of the Indian companies, they are under US FDA scanner most of the time, because US FDA, they keep on auditing the facilities, and if they find any issues, they will know. So they will issue a GMP inspection 483s, and they may even ban on the import of drug in the US. No, so a very stringent compliance, a very stringent regulatory system, which is expected when you do in business, and a very different way of audit and compliance system you have to fulfill when you do in US. This is one of the most difficult part. So the major challenge in US is that one is the price war, other one is that you have an audit and compliance system. So these two are the major challenges in US, because you work a lot on audit compliances, you work a lot on the system, then you bound to spend a lot of money on that. And at the end of the day, once your product get approved, then you have a lot of price challenge to reduce that price to sell in the market. So it's difficult, like it's very challenging job. It's very challenging business in US when someone wants to use it. Though it's provide a lot of opportunities at one hand, but at the same time, you have a lot of challenges once entering into US. So there's another market, Japan. So Japan market is yeah. uh, okay, okay. Same link. Okay, okay. Let me try. Okay, so Japan is one market where where it's a very unique market. It is more tougher than US. So hello. audible? Okay. My video, then I'll do the share screen. No, host has disabled. You just enable the share screen sharing. Hello. Host disabled. Just enable the screen sharing. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, now it's there. Okay. Okay, so let me continue. So I was just talking about Japan generic, so which is an highly regulated market, is much more challenging than the US, in fact, no, but it has an opportunity in terms of high profitability, no, but the volume, the quality expectations of Japan is different. No? It's completely different. What they expect from a generic drug is a completely different. No, so that's why I say the quality expectation, the requirements, no, is much more stringent than the Japan. And moreover, the second challenge what Japan is facing is that your volume. No, the population is less. No, most of the patients are geriatric patient, old patients. So the consumption of drug, no, is not so high in the young population in Japan. So the volume requirement in Japan is less. So I think many companies they have started with the Japan generics. They want to do a business in Japan somewhere in 2006-7 when Japan generics has opened up for no for external for outside companies for outside countries. But most of the Indian companies they have tried Japan, but ultimately because of the low volume and because of a lot of other challenges, no, so they got disillusioned and probably now they have no seeded their business in Japan. So a very good market as far as the generic business is concerned. So a lucrative market, but it has got its own challenges of its own. So difficult for any Indian company or some other multinationals to do a good business in Japan. No? So that's one market. Another important market, which we look at, the Europe. No, so Europe is all in 26 member state. So Europe is no, so this a single market has been created out of these 26 countries. So you can file your product in any of these. If your product get approved, no, you can sell their product in 20. So it's almost a single market. It's a single market has been in Europe because there are 26 states. So it's difficult to file in each and every state. So there are 26 and there are different regulatory agencies in Europe. So European Commission, EMA, European Medicines, and like that. No, so but Europe is the most preferred destination for a generic drug. So almost 67% of the drug which has been used in Europe is the generic drugs. No? So initially you have an NC, you have an innovator drug, but once the patent gets expired, so most of the drugs which are there in the market are the generic drugs. So almost 67-70% of the drug in the market in Europe is all about generic in nature. So it is almost around 400 manufacturing facilities in generic, and it is estimated that they save around 100 billion euro by just prescribing a generic drug. So a lot of saving to the government because all these countries are now more or less is completely insured, insured by the government. So when a patient goes to a hospital, he doesn't have to pay anything, either the hospital or clinic. He doesn't have to pay. The government and the insurance company will cover that. No? So that's why the bringing a generic medicine in the market is one of the ways to cut down the medical cost of this. No? So cut down this. So it's a lot of advantages of a generic product in the market. So Europe, so basically there are four different routes of filing your product in Europe because it's a conglomerate of 26 states, countries. So So you have a centralized procedure, decentralized procedure, mutual recognition procedure, and national procedure. So basically for generics, it is decentralized procedure. Centralized procedure is basically for your biopharmaceutical product or biotechnology product for the new chemical entity, and so all these with the new innovative products, something which is very new, completely innovative innovation. For that kind of this one, you need to have a centralized procedure. So you file your drug, and all the 26 states will review, and once you get an approval, it is applicable in all the 26 countries. Whereas the decentralized procedure, more or less, it is preferred for the generic filing or a generic submission, generic dossier, no, so dossier registration. So you file in one country, you give a member reference state for 2-3 countries where you want to sell your drug. Suppose if I want to file in Germany, I will file this product in Germany, and I will give that, no, I want to sell this in Austria, and I want to sell this in Switzerland or Spain, or no, Spain and Portugal. So I will give them. So all these 3-4, they will together review and give an approval. So these are the different ways of getting your product, or these are the different procedures for getting your products approved in Europe market. So Europe market, it's always that it is also encourages a lot of innovation. Like US, it's also encourages a lot of innovation in your product, no. But US, they gives you an exclusivity, whereas Europe, they don't give you an exclusivity. The Europe, no, US, they gives you an exclusivity of 180 days, like there's some other exclusivity. But Europe, they don't have an exclusivity, but they encourages the innovation, but they encourages that you keep on doing the new things, and they have certain guidelines, like when you are coming up with an innovative or a complex drug, or now with a drug device based delivery system. So the role and the prospects of regulatory affair is evergreen as long as the farm which regulatory affairs is going to play in near futures, and not only in the operational level, but regulatory affairs is going to play a key role in the strategic level. So strategy, how to grow a company, how to make a profit, what product has to be chosen, what is the complex product, how to file this into which country, So these all the strategy decisions, strategy thinking. So I think the regulatory affairs is going to very, very, very critical role, in coming days, as long as the pharma industry is going to survive. So that's why I always say, the regulatory affairs is the highest sought and the top sought after, top sought after profession in the pharma industry in coming days. But apart from regulatory affairs, see what I feel, there are other career options apart from your conventional one, because generally the conventional one, we see the formulation development, the analytical development, we see a lot of analysis, this manufacturing, this. But apart from all these, one is the regulatory affairs. But what I personally feel, project management and R&D compliance. So these two areas were also where you are going to find some scope, some better scope in the pharmaceutical industry as far as generic industry is concerned. Because you need a project manager, because nowadays we are working into a multi-stakeholders. We are working with a lot of people, we are working with a lot of agencies, a lot of this. So you need a project coordinator who can connect all these dots, and streamline the product and deliver the product at the right time with the right quality, and it's within a right budget. So that's very important, and that role, I think it's going to pick up in coming days. So most of the industries, see, as per my experience, most of the industries, they have realized the importance of project managers, and now they are appointing a lot of project managers. So for this, even project manager, program manager, even some companies, they have gone ahead and they created a department of program managers. So I think that's role. I think it's going to be very, very fascinating if someone is really, really interested in this kind of role. The R&D compliance and quality assurance. So this, I think, is again a very, very promising area, which is going to come up, or it is already coming up, because a lot of companies, you see a lot of international regulatory bodies, they come and audit, and they give you some give you some observation, some audit points, no, some compliance, no, some non-compliance issues. So you need a very strong compliance team, a quality management, a quality assurance team within an R&D, so that the compliance and the quality has to be taken care right from the development. No, so I think this role is also holds a lot of promise and a lot of opportunity in coming days. No, of course, the regulatory affairs is going to be the pivotal role where most of the things will revolve around. And but I think apart from that, the project management and no, the compliance is two role. If someone is really interested, they can look into this and they can shape up their career in this, in the generic industries. No, so with that, so I'll end my presentation. So thank you all. So thank you for patience listening. No, and I think the floor is open. Like if anyone has got any doubt, any questions now, so they feel free to ask me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving your valuable insights on international generic business with the on the topic of the role and prospects of the regulatory efforts. Sir, I
Your
am sure.
voice is not audible. It's not clear. It's not clear. Voice is not very clear.
Uh, Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving your valuable insights on your topic, international generic business, and with the topic of the role and prospects of regulatory affairs. Sir, I am sure your address will help you a lot in understanding the concept. Now, I request we co-treasury sir, convener of the committee, scientific committee, to address, to give the vote of thanks to the international speaker, Dr. Sunil Agarwal Garu.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Very good morning to
Your
one and
voice,
all.
your
Myself.
voice is not clear. Your voice is not clear. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. You know, and let's keep connected. You know, and let's keep connected. You know, and we. So thank you. So thank you all. And my pleasure to be my pleasure to be part of this program, this event. So but how is the but how is it useful? Like is it useful or is it like something informative? Okay. Okay, thank you. So thank you. If you get a feedback, na, if you are collecting the feedback and if you're getting a feedback, no, share. You share it with me because this will help me to improve further. Like if something is there, so I try to improve on it. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes. Chalo. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye. Take care.
Okay, na? Okay. So now you are start our inaugurating function. Will our stand. చేస్తున్నారుగా. Of the
history of the APTA. What is the duties of the teacher? Just come and take the class and lab or whatever it may be went off. No, that is not teaching teacher duties. Some other duties, some importance. So we have to pick the talents of the teachers in the various aspects, teaching methodology, so publication, scientific aspects, and sports aspects, and culturals. So different areas we have selected the first program in the women's area, and next year we started the all teachers. We planned all teachers, women or men, the different programs also we planned, and like that we go for the with the support of the managements in the state of Andhra Pradesh, and the principals is important. So with the help of those persons we go for the other events also. So I once again thanks to all the participants. You learn, you interact with the students, exchange your views and ideas and thoughts, and your presentations, e-posters or poster presentations, whatever it may be. Different students are came different areas. Definitely this program is useful to you. Interact with the senior teachers also coming here. So any subject aspects, whatever it may be, you interact and you participate in all aspects and go home and happily. That is my intention. So definitely this program is useful to you. And one more, the today's chief guest of the function, Dr. T.V. Narayanan sir, is on the arrival. Within short while he is reached. Indian Pharmaceutical Association National President, and FIP 2022 selected first Indian person in India FIP award as a teacher. That is very important. ఒక భారతీయుడికి అంత గుర్తింపు రావటం అనేది చాలా అరుదుగా అయిన సంఘటన. సో దానిలో అది మన ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ నుంచి. సో ఇది మనకి తప్పనిసరిగా చాలా గర్వమైంది. సో మన ఫార్మసీ ప్రొఫెషన్ ఈజ్ అ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ప్రొఫెషన్ అండ్ ఎవర్ గ్రీన్ ప్రొఫెషన్. ఆల్రెడీ యూ పీపుల్ ఆర్ అబ్జర్వ్డ్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్ 2 years in the COVID situations. So definitely we are having the good representation across the nation. So that is important. మీరు మిస్టేక్గా వచ్చి బీఫామ్లో చేరారో ఫార్మడీ చేరారో నాకు తెలియదు, కానీ అనుకోకుండా ఎంబీబీఎస్ రావాల్సిన సీట్ రాలేదని దీంట్లోకి వచ్చేసాం మా పేరెంట్స్ వల్ల అనుకుంటారు. కానీ మీరు చూస్ చేసుకుంది, సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్న కోర్స్ ఏంటనేది మీకు ఇలాంటి వేదికల ద్వారా తప్పనిసరిగా ఒక వెరీ స్ట్రాంగ్ మెసేజ్ ఇవ్వటం అనేది మాత్రం తప్పనిసరిగా జరుగుద్ది. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ పేషెంట్లీ హీరింగ్ మై వర్డ్స్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving the valuable suggestions and valuable speech. Now, I would like to request Dr. K. Padmalata ma'am, convener of the Women's Forum, APTA AP State Branch, to address the program with few words.
I seek permission from the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. As Dr. all of us are aware of the incident of Dr. Vimukta Sharma, 64-year-old professor, pharmacy teacher, worked in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So I would like to request the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais for 1 minute mourning. Thank you. A very good morning to the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and dear students from various states and colleges who are enthusiastically participating in this event, one-day event. As Ramana sir expressed, all the students must participate in this type of scientific sessions so that they can learn something. They must listen the profiles of the speakers and the dignitaries with patience, so that at least out of hundreds of audience who are sitting in the gallery, at least one or two get inspired out of these profiles, and they may excel in their lives. And all of you who have assembled here will learn about the various scientific sessions, and you are here to present some of the scientific presentations. So I wish all of you a great success. And President Dr. Venkatramana Garu expressed about the APTI Women's Forum. Myself, being the convener of APTI AP State Branch Women's Forum, this is the first time coined by Dr. TV Narayana Garu, because no other state is having Women's Forum. It is his vision to have a state level women forum also, and at the same time it is his greatness that identifying me as the convener to Saudi Forum, and I thank him and I express gratitude. At the same time, I will work for the betterment of the Women Forum, and I request all the women faculty, whoever is working in these pharmacy colleges, having B.Pharm, M.Pharm graduations for postdoctoral professional degrees, to support the forum and to take active part and take this forum front as far as this APTA AP State branch is going to serve. The Women Forum also should be continued. Whoever is the convener or the coordinator of the forum. I am very much thankful to all the principals of pharmacy colleges for sparing their valuable time and sparing the valuable time of their staff as zonal coordinators, event coordinators and zonal members, and also few of the colleges for hosting the programs very enthusiastically and peacefully for the past two events. That is, on 22nd teaching learning events have been carried out, and on 24th, that is yesterday, scientific events have been carried out, and the coming 27th, that is on Monday, culturals and games are going to be held at various zones, various hosting institutions. So there is a very huge response for coming Monday's event, sports and culturals, whether students have motivated them or teachers themselves, they got motivation, but very huge response is there in all the zones compared to teaching learning, which is our own profession, and scientific, again pharmacy profession. But anyhow, by next year, even category and second category also, I hope very good entries will be there, including this third category, sports and culturals. And I wish all the success to the participants who are going to take part in coming event, that is on 27th, and my heartfelt wishes to the participants who are here for today's events. Thank you one and all, and thanks to Dr. Venkatramana Garu for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for valuable suggestions. వాళ్ళిద్దరిని ఇన్వైట్ చేయమంటారా సార్ టీవీ ఆయన ఇన్వైట్ చేయమంటారా సార్ ఓకే సార్ Now I kindly invite our specially invitee Dr. H. Shivkumar Garu, President of APTI Karnataka State Branch, HOD and Professor of Department of Pharmacology, onto the stage. Kindly come to the stage, sir. I request Saujanya Vithwamdi to present the plant bouquet to the sir. Now I request my colleague Alakya ma'am to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. M. Venkatramana Garu, to our esteemed delegates.
Very good morning to everyone present here. It's my honor to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. M. Venkatramana Garu, National Vice President, South Zone, APTI, India, Executive Council Member in Pharmacy Council of India, Managing Director, Vagdevi College of Pharmacy, Gurujala, Guntur District, Andhra Pradesh, Principal and Professor of Azad College of Pharmacy. His educational qualification is B Pharmacy, SCS College of Pharmacy, Gulbarga University, Karnataka, M Pharmacy, Industrial Pharmacy from Annamalai University, Chidambaram, Tamil Nadu, PhD Pharmaceutics from Acharya Nagarjuna University, Nagarjuna Nagar, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. He had 22 years of teaching experience. He guided 2 PhD students and 80 PG students. He published 52 papers and he visited Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, France and Spain countries. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So now I would like to invite today's chief guest, Dr. T.V. Narayana Garu, National President IPA, on the stage. Kindly come to the dais, sir, and occupy your seat. And request Bhavana Thodbifam to present the plant bouquet to the sir. Okay, sir. పిలవమంటారా సార్ ఓకే సార్ I humbly invite M. Prasad Rao sir onto the stage. He is the Secretary, IPA State, Principal of MAM College of Pharmacy. Kindly come to the stage, sir, and occupy your seat. And I request Ms. Kajabi, 4th Form D, to present the plant bouquet to the sir. It's pleasure to requesting our guest of honor, Dr. M. Venkatramana Garu, Vice President of APTI South Region and Executive Council Member of PCI, to address the program with a few words.
Good morning to Sri Shivkumar Garu, Member of Legislative Assembly, Tenali, Andhra Pradesh. Today's chief guest, Dr. T.V. Narayana Garu, Mr. and Mrs. Rao Adlamudi Garu, the dynamic President, APTI, Dr. K. Venkatramana Garu, and his entire office bearers, my teachers and senior most principals, delegates, good morning to all of you once again. I am very happy to be a part of this today's program, role and future perspectives of these regulatory affairs. Really it is very needy topic. I hope today's resource persons, Sunil Agarwal ji as well as Rao Adlamudi garu, are the right persons who can discuss better manner about these prospectus of regulatory affairs. Being a Vice President, Southern Zone, I would like to congratulate Dr. K.V. Ramana garu and his entire team for their excellent efforts in the entire nation, and really they are doing excellent and they are motivating teachers and they are upgrading teachers in various activities. I believe that this is one of the best state branch working very honestly for the upliftment of our teachers' welfare. Really thank you, sir, for your entire team. Coming towards APTI, as all of you know that APTI has strengthened and recently they had a good number of memberships. Today the memberships has been reached to 1100. I think this is one of the state where we got this huge number of memberships in a year. Very interesting thing. And if you look into the APTI Central under the leadership of Dr. Milind Umekarji, we are trying hard to uplift welfare of our teachers. Certain unfortunate things are taking place. Recently we have noticed that in Madhya Pradesh, one of our Sharma madam has passed away due to this bad issue which has been happened. Very unfortunate thing. Our President Milind Umekar went and attended physically and had given representation to Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh as well as to the concerned competent authorities to take care of the issue. And also I request all the faculty members, you please come forward and join your hands with our APTI. You please take a membership and you support our APTI. APTI is our Teachers Welfare Association. We need to strengthen our association. Once if we cross to certain number like 20 or 30,000, wherever we go, if we give a representation for any appointment, definitely the government will give us appointment in spite of their busy schedule. So definitely we need to reach towards around 20 to 30,000 of membership across India. Coming towards our pharmacy profession, being a executive member, Pharmacy Council of India, I would like to share few of our future developments regarding our curriculum. As all of you knew that our Honorable Prime Minister's vision, new education policy. As you know that our pharmacy is not covering under this new education policy, but even though we are preparing a parallel curriculum towards our national education policy. Recently we had deliberation on this national education policy and how to design our curriculum in par with NEP. So we are coming out with a outsketch that first 2 years it should be like a common, and from third year onwards they move to their specialization. Initially we are planning with 4 specializations, major specializations like pharmaceutics, pharmacochemistry, pharmacology, as well as pharmaceutical pharmacognosy. So based on this, we are going to give the specialization in their graduation certificate, and if they need to go for their specialization, they can continue their masters in pharmacy. Now, what is the position of the existing programs? So, we are not disturbing this diploma in pharmacy, and we are not disturbing this PharmD, and we are not disturbing this M-Pharmacy programs. Only we are designing this B-Pharmacy curriculum as a model. And once if this B-Pharmacy is successful, if we start this program and if it is getting good opportunities, then we are going to extend it to our PG programs. So, these are our future goals to set in curriculum. Coming towards research grants as well as GPAT scholarships, few of our colleges has come out from this ASCT and they are facing problem towards these grants. As we knew that now the government of India has given less grants towards our private organizations. Now the council has noticed this and we decided to give grants towards private institutions where we need to initiate these research activities. As all of you knew that research should start from our institution level. Right from first year, the innovation should start in minds of our young budding pharmacists. So in this, role of a teacher is very crucial. Teacher should create an ideas to our young birds, so which may helps us for the development of this pharmacy profession, and we can give best quality research towards our nation. As all of you knew that Government of India has noticed this pharmacy education, and we knew that we have a good number of pharmacists in our country. Now Government of India is looking towards not for qualified pharmacists, they are looking for quality pharmacists. So they are going to pick out the quality pharmacists and they want to share this data of these quality pharmacists in these websites, in the government websites, so that various countries can go through this and they can directly immigrate these quality pharmacists to various countries. So by considering all these things, I strongly believe that pharmacy is going to flourish in future, and definitely all our young pharmacists can have a good opportunities in this pharmacy profession. If you look in towards this, some of the lacunae which our pharmacists are facing, our pharmacists are having less knowledge about the soft skills. Soft skills are most important in pharma industries. So recently in deliberations, I requested the committee to create certain provisions and in the curriculum about the soft skills as well as various software languages. So which may help in case of our clinical data management as well as some of these regulatory issues. Because we should have sound knowledge about mathematics like statistical analysis as well as what to use. And we need to have good idea about these soft skills in our curriculum along with our pharmacy profession. So once again, from my side I can strongly say that our pharmacy is going to flourish in future, and Pharmacy Council of India is going to come out with a new curriculum in a span of 1 year. Definitely the colleges also will get good opportunities. So by that time our teachers also should get equipped with new advances, because if you look into these medical devices as well as these regulatory affairs, so at our graduation level we are having a very less exposure towards these advanced topics. So I request our teachers should get equipped by the time of this new curriculum, and hope that we all of us can join our hands together for the betterment of our profession. And again I congratulate Dr. K. Venkatramana Garu for organizing this event in association with IPA as well as APTI. This is one of the interesting thing. So really it is a great thing, and also my good friend Dr. Shivkumar, President APTI Karnataka, has come over all the way to give his message to our students. Really a very interesting thing. And also I thank the organizers for giving this opportunity and inviting me to participate in this national seminar. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for valuable insights towards future. Now I request our special invitee, Dr. H. Shivkumar Garu, President of APTA Karnataka State Branch, to address the program with few words.
Good afternoon to everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, today's resource persons of this international seminar, and chief guest of today's international seminar, Dr. T.V. Narayan sir, guest of honor, my friend, as right now he addressed this gathering, Honorable EC member of Pharmacy Council of India, and our South Zone APTI Vice President, Dr. M. Venkatramana sir, and and all dignitaries, and dear principals and professors and all faculties of pharmacy and students from different institutions. At the outset, I must congratulate Principal Dr. K. Venkatramana sir for being organized this today's one-day international seminar, and I too also congratulate the management, the chairman of this institute, Shivkumar sir, member of Legislative Assembly, Tenali, and all faculties and students of this ASN Pharmacy College. And today I am here because it is an innovative thought process of my friend Dr. M. Venkatramana sir, because oftenly we used to meet online for discussing this various activities to be conducted and what has been already achieved. Oftenly we meet by online with all these state South Zone presidents, vice presidents and all. So his innovative idea, why not the respectively the different state APTA presidents and office bearers should attend these conferences, will be conducted within our South Zone. So as part of his suggestion and all, and Venkatramana sir invited me as a special invitee. It's my great honor and privilege to be part of this today's one-day international seminar. And it's my proud feeling today, and right now I am also from, my alumni is also from SCS College of Pharmacy, Harapanelli. We three are here on this dais, myself, Dr. Venkatramana sir, and Padmalata madam. She was my senior and we are friends. So it's a proud feeling and pleasure also. And one more, if I am not wrong, senior Professor Ravi Shankar, yes sir. Ravi Shankar sir also very senior most from SSCP. So, and already these all things Venkatramana sir already shared what to do and about upcoming new education policies, what to be done in this curriculum. And I am here working right now at Vijaypura, BLDS SSM College of Pharmacy, Bijapur. This is Golgumba city. And very recently in the month of June, our institution has been accredited with A2 plus grade. It's a proud and a privilege. And Rahman sir was also visited our college, Vijaypur. Thank you, sir. And with respect to this, our activities concerned, we are all together working for this welfare activities. Our national president, Milind sir, under the guidance and advice of Narayan sir and B. Suresh sir and other senior most, he is also putting effort with we all joining hands for this upliftment of this pharmacy profession, and particularly focusing towards the pharmacy education research, including the prime importance towards this welfare of teachers and all these. So definitely we promise here on this today's platform, together we all work towards for the progress and welfare of this pharmacy teachers across the nation. We will be having some this innovative ideas together. Definitely we are going to implement. And with these few words, I don't want to take more time because senior professors, senior dignitaries wanted to speak and they are addressing you all. With these brief words, I conclude my speech. Once again, I thank Principal Venkatramana sir, Vice Presidents of this AP state and all office bearers of Andhra Pradesh state APTI and management of ASN College of Pharmacy, students, faculties. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving valuable thoughts for us. Now I cordially request our Dr. Rao Vadlamudi Garu, Professional Secretary SCR Farm Forum and former President of CPA and IPA, to address the program with few words.
Thank you very much. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here. National President, IPA, my dear friend, Dr. T.V. Narayana, and APTI South Zone in charge or Vice President, whatever those terminologies, and also PCI Executive Council member, my good friend, Dr. M. Venkatramana, the guest from neighboring state Karnataka, President of APTI Karnataka branch, Sivakumar, and K. Venkatramana, who is hiding behind me, I guess, he's just here, President APTI Andhra Pradesh branch, and the array of vice presidents here, and Women's Forum in charge, powerful woman, Dr. Padmalata. I must say that there is one or two words about Dr. Padmalata, that she started IPA branch in Enikepadu, and then she bagged the best local branch award twice or thrice in a row. And the Andhra Pradesh IPA state branch office bearers, Prasad and Srinivas Babu. It's indeed a tremendous pleasure for me to be here in a program that is conducted, APTI and IPA together. And the credit goes to T.V. Narayana. See, the point was, at one time, myself and T.V. Narayana were facing IPA, and people started asking a question, what is IPA, where is IPA? That's when we embarked on a mission of first promoting IPA all across the country. So I think myself and Narayana, I was the president at that time and he was my vice president, and we traveled all over the country and had IPA and the student forum activated in various corners. Then we started the IPA AP state branch, which became very, very active because the AP combined state branch was very, very, dormant in those days. And this branch also started with Ramana and Vidyadhara, Srinivas Babu and my dear Prasad and several other people, was so active that that branch also was the best state branch for the first time. No, for the first time. What I mean is that soon after it was initiated. Now then I suddenly realized that Dr. T.V. Narayana, being a pharmacy teacher, he wanted to activate APTA also, and played a very important role in getting the right people elected to APTI in the center as well as in the state, and the outcome of which you are seeing today. We don't have to say again and again that we did it, we did it. We don't have to say it. Because people started wondering, why suddenly the APTI activities sprang up in the Andhra Pradesh state. And probably it is the most active state in conducting these programs involving the teachers and the pharmacy students together. And that is, in my mind, I have no doubts about it, that it would trigger the activities all across the country. Because once people get used to attending programs, listening to people and having fun and frolic during that process, that becomes contagious. I think Karnataka would follow, and South Zone would become, under the leadership of Venkatramana, very active, and then I'm sure Venkatramana would spread the message such that the other zones also become active. And for a pharmacy professional, I don't really care whether it is IPA or APTI or IPGA, IHPA, anything. It's very important that we have to keep the pharmacy profession alive and keep our educators and future generations highly informed about the state of art currently and what is going to happen in future, such that we are prepared for the changes. Not only that, we become the change that the profession needs in future. I thank the management for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving valuable speech. Now I request my colleague Divyalata ma'am, faculty in pharmacology, to introduce our chief guest, Dr. TV Narayana Garu, National President IPA, to our esteemed delegates.
No need of introduction, thank you. Respected Dr. Rao Adlamudi, my senior and immediate former president of IPA and former president of CPA and professional secretary of Sierra Farm Forum, and vice president of APTI South Zone, my good friend Dr. Venkatramana, also executive committee member of PCI, and president of Andhra Pradesh State Branch, the dynamic president I can say, K. Venkatramana, and his team, vice presidents, supported by another two dynamic principals, Lakshman Rao and Ankam Chaudhary. And as usual, the strongest women representing Women's Forum. And our another good friend from Karnataka, state president of APTI Karnataka, Shivakumar, and IPA office bearers here, and Prasad Rao and Srinivas. I think our APTI secretary, silent worker, Narendra, and principal sitting here, seniors here, Suresh, Rahman, Ravishankar, Prasad, from Baba, and IPA Students Forum, representatives here and teachers. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Don't worry, నేను ఎక్కువ టైం తీసుకోను. I'll leave you for lunch or for Rao sir class. At the outset, it is my pleasure to participate in this one-day international seminar on role and future prospects of regulatory affairs. And as mentioned by Dr. Rao sir correctly, it is IPA and APTI has come forward and working together for the benefit of the profession of pharmacy. Definitely is a good sign for the development of profession, and that was initiated from the state of Andhra Pradesh. Again, that was a good initiation, and my congratulations to IPA Andhra Pradesh State Branch and APTI Andhra Pradesh State Branch for organizing so many activities. I think even APTI Center also not organized this many activities within these 3 months after the election. They will back the best branch award, no doubt in it. Earlier it was there in Karnataka. They used to organize several activities, but now Andhra has taken the lead, and I am very happy. And the last meeting we proposed the institutional membership of APTI and around 25,000 for each institution. That time I promised, now I brought the check. Narendra, you can collect the check of 25,000 rupees, I will give from our institution as an institutional membership. And another good sign is recently, if you have seen, the Women's Forum is working so aggressively with activities in various areas, and 8 zones they made, and so many competitions. They are organizing more than 12 events or 13 events they are organizing, and also with good prize money. That is a good sign. Representation of Women's Forum in pharmacy. So many teachers became active, may not be in teaching, learning or exponential learning, but they are very active in sports and events also. That is another good sign. So anyhow, my best wishes to APTA for the wonderful work they are doing, and we are all there supportive to support a good cause for the sake of the profession. And coming to this regulatory affairs, we are not experts. I am not expert particularly in that area, but in recent past we are hearing those words, regulatory affairs, because it was not covered in our curriculum. Frankly speaking, one of the major area, it was not curriculum, it was not there. And we can suggest through our EC member, Pharmacy Council, include this type of topics, because not only regulatory affairs, several topics, several areas were not touched in our curriculum. Because earlier when the policy makers made the syllabus, we know how they have prepared. It is all cut and paste. So take the experts from industry and come out with this need of the day. The syllabus is required, which is the present need. Because how many people know about norms of USFDA, MHRA, UDKM, all these things? We just heard the headings, that's all. We don't know what is going inside in depth. Because when Ramkishan was delivering, we were shocked. So many changes are there. We have one of the best regulatory system in the world. That's what he used to tell. So these are the things I suggest, my suggestion to the APTI to take the lead and incorporate such syllabus which will be helpful to the students when they come out of the institutions after completion of their UG and PG. And about IPA, as Rao sir rightly pointed out, IPA is started way behind in the year 1939, before our independence by M.L. Shroff. I am very happy Council is coming with a National Pharmacy Education Day on March 6th, commemorating the M.L. Shroff birthday. So it was started by M.L. Shroff IPA in 39, and later in the year 1956, I think IPTA has come out from IPA, and they formed APTA with the leadership of G.P. Srivatsava. That's how the APTA and IPA earlier together they worked, and there was a gap in between. Now again with the central leadership under the leadership of Milindu Maker, we started working together. That is a good sign, that's what I feel. And Venkatramana is representing Pharmacy Council as a EC member after a gap of more than 30 years. Earlier only Vasireddy Ramar was there representing from Guntur state as EC member. Before that there is no EC member, only our E. Venkatrao sir is there. Rao sir, if I am not wrong, E. Venkatrao sir is EC member and Shastri is EC member. Now Venkatramana is EC member. He has occupied such a coveted post. And also he is helping so many colleges, so many institutions when there is a problem with the council, either inspection or reduction in intake or whatever it may be. And we are lucky to have such a dynamic person in the council who can represent our grievances. Even with the latest security deposit and PERC charges also, he tried his level best convincing the other members. That's the reason it has come to 50% now. The PERC charges from 20 lakhs, it has come around 9 lakhs. Still, he is trying his best to help the institutions, and definitely we all will support him, strengthen his hands in representing the state of Andhra Pradesh or South Zone particularly. Definitely we are all there with you, and we need your services further also to strengthen the colleges in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And And last 2 months, I think this is my fourth participation in the APTI meeting, and I have not participated in single IPA meeting. Now people are thinking, why Narayana వదిలేసి వచ్చేస్తున్నాడేమో APTI నుంచి IPA నుంచి అంటున్నారు. సో నెక్స్ట్ కొంచెం దూరంగానే ఉందాం అనుకుంటున్నాం బిజీగా. సో డెఫినెట్లీ మై బెస్ట్ విషెస్ ఆర్ దేర్ విత్ APTI and విల్ పార్టిసిపేట్. My suggestion is, instead of organizing just one conference and all, organize training sessions to teachers. Focus on particular area and give the training at least 2 days in a month, or even it is useful for to show our records as a faculty development program. You give the focus training of the teachers. Definitely it is going to be helpful. Let us be the first, the state of Andhra Pradesh, to start this type of training. Earlier from IPA also we tried by calling GABE, basic chemistry, how to teach basic chemistry. Like that, let us train our young teachers, and first initially, because most of the young teachers are directly exposed to the teaching profession after completion of M.Pharm. If you take B.Ed, 1 year they will be trained in a school, how to board teaching, and all these are trained, B.Ed. But unfortunately, it was not there in our M.Pharm, and most of our students know, our teachers know how serious our people are studying M.Pharm also. So at least let us train, let us bridge that gap, let the state of Andhra Pradesh, or particularly APTI, be the first one to start with type of training. We all will help, cooperate at various zones, we can organize this type of program. And shortly,